What's up, comic book fans? Pete here from Comic Books Transformed, where me and my good friend Brian over there discuss comics that have been adapted into streaming shows and movies. Poor Brian has had to hear that intro 3 fucking times already today because we just covered. Oh, okay, good. Well, we just covered The Boys season 4, season 5, episode 4. There we go. The last episode of season 4 of Invincible, and now we're here for Daredevil, Born Again, season 2. Episode 5.
6.
There we
6.
go. I think I got. Okay, that too. Wait, it's 6?
It's 6?
It is 6. Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait. No, I'm wrong. You're right. It's 5. Sorry.
Yes. We're old, but we, get our details correct like 75% of the time, so we're okay. All right. So Brian, this show, it's funny that we save it for last to cover. It's because we go in order of what we're most excited to talk about to least excited.
Yeah, but I think I'm going to say some things this episode that you don't expect.
Oh, curveballs!
Yeah, I actually really like this episode a lot. Okay. And I think I still think that Daniel is kind of an idiot, but I kind of like him now.
Oh no! Oh, we were just talking about Staten Island too.
Yeah, we see the ferry.
They go to the Staten Island ferry and go to Staten Island. Yes.
Yeah. I can definitely tell that actually was the ferry.
Yes,
for sure. But I don't know if they actually shot that other thing in Staten Island or not.
Yes.
I didn't know they shot anything on location in New York, really.
Oh, really? Like New York is such a huge part of the show.
Yeah, no, I know, but I feel like they don't always, they use lots of other cities as stand-ins. I know New York is iconic, of course, and it is very integral to the character. But I didn't realize they shot that much on location here. I mean, New York, or sort of where near where I am.
Yeah, it's so expensive to shoot in New York, and there is second unit, right, which is like basically for like shots that aren't the main character shots. They might just be like background shots or location shots, and so there's probably like second unit things that are filmed in New York. But yeah, who knows? The stuff with like Karen Page and that, I mean, that could all be like in Canada. Probably is
potentially, yeah.
Yeah. So all right, well, as much as talking about Daniel could be exciting, let's talk about the opening of this episode, which I think was probably exciting for a lot of people, but I found myself feeling a little indifferent about
it. The opening scene was Fisk in the hospital room.
Oh, was that the first fucking scene? I thought that the first scene was Jessica Jones and her daughter.
Oh, maybe you're right. Yeah. So I actually did like that. Sure. So it does add like a slightly goofy element to it, I guess, because the way they shot it, how it was just like bodies flying up behind the window and all that, where the little girl's running around with the freaking grenade in her hand.
Right.
The girl's name is Danielle. That's her daughter. She's mixed race. That's Jessica Jones and Luke Cage's daughter, which is awesome. They don't actually say it, but they heavily imply it. And they imply that Luke is off working for someone in the government.
Right.
So I appreciate those kind of little hints there that they gave us.
Yeah. Marvel's really good at sort of like name dropping or referencing things from the comics to get us excited. I don't know if I finished the first season of Jessica Jones.
Oh, really? Not even the things I definitely did finish. I didn't see any. I only finished the first season of that. I really got to go back and watch all those, even though they're kind of mixed. I've said this 1,000 times, and you've heard it 1,000 times, but we stopped midway through this first or second episode of Luke Cage. Not that it was bad or anything. We just stopped, and then it just like a pause happened. We just never went back to it. So, and then from there, I didn't watch anything there because I was so far behind.
Did you watch the last Netflix season of Daredevil?
I did not. I watched it in chronological order, so I never saw any of Iron Fist. I only saw the first episode of Luke Cage. Didn't see the Defenders. Didn't see the last season of Daredevil. I didn't see. Did Jessica Jones have 2 or 3 seasons? I don't even know.
Jessica Jones, I think, had 3 seasons, I think.
That's crazy. So I only saw the first season of that.
Okay. Yeah, and like Sigourney Weaver is like the main villain of the Defenders. Yeah.
Really? That's interesting.
Yeah, she's connected to the Hand. I know they were really building up the Hand in those Netflix shows. It was a different time. It was like pre-COVID. It was before Disney Plus. And, we didn't have a show to cover all these things. So I just kind of let this stuff fall behind in my busy life. But I do remember not really liking Luke Cage. And I definitely did not like Iron Fist, which I watched like the first episode of that.
Yeah, that was the big thing too. That when Iron Fist came out, everyone kind of piled on that as being kind of subpar compared to everything else, and that's kind of probably influenced me not going back to finishing the other shows. So
yeah. I mean, like, I think that some people, it's weird. It's just like people seem to be excited just to be like, that person was in another thing that's connected to this thing, and that's all it takes. It's not like that person was in another thing that was really good and I enjoyed it. It's just like, oh, they were in another thing and now they're in this thing. Like, that seems to be like enough to get people excited on the internet.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I wouldn't even completely discount myself from that category. I of course do want things to be better, but I mean, am I going to lie and say that the first time in Avengers when Captain America, Iron Man, and Thor on the screen at the same time was not fucking amazing? Even though,
no. Yeah, but I feel like that falls into the second example I was saying, where it's like that those are actually good movies. Like, all of those Phase 1 movies are good to varying degrees.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of people, even in your rankings, those 3, well, maybe not Iron Man for you, but the first Avenger and the first Thor are definitely lower in your rankings. Probably bottom 10 at least.
Dude, all right, you just put me on the spot, man. All right, fine. No, I get it. Like, here's the thing: the stuff with these characters interacting will actually probably be good on this show. The stuff that bothers me the most about the show was actually lacking in this episode. Like, all the political stuff where they try to be edgy, there was very little of that this episode. There was a lot of just Kingpin sort of at the end of his rope, dealing with his grief. There was, Matt and Karen dealing with Bullseye being in their custody. And then there's like Matt teaming up with Jessica Jones. So there wasn't a lot of like the political stuff this episode.
I thought there was because there was the whole at the I guess the gathering after the funeral. They're talking about how to get rid of Fisk. The governor stepping in, doing something, and somebody made a comment about, oh, we can take care of this problem now. God, was that Mr. Charles? I don't remember.
Dude, I guess you just gotta contradict me the whole freaking episode. All right.
No, I think they're setting up. They're definitely setting up Fisk being removed from office for sure.
Yeah. No, I think I just maybe just kind of tuned out when they had like Matthew Lillard. I can't remember the actress that plays the governor of New York, but she's fucking awesome. She's like, she was in The Conjuring, she was in 6 Feet Under, but I just like that kind of stuff. I just kind of tune out like automatically. Even with Matthew Lillard too, because I mean I love Matthew Lillard, but I just think it's so corny.
Yeah, they need to give us a little more information about what they're doing, I guess. I mean, we know he works for the government now at this point. I mean, they even said that pretty early on, I think, but some more information about why they're using the Kingpin to smuggle weapons in, etc. Just something more about why that storyline is needed in this, I guess.
Yeah. And of course, I've seen once again the reference to the idea that Matthew Lillard could be Gyrick. I've seen another person say that Matthew Lillard is actually Norman Osborn.
No way.
No? Okay.
No, I that does not fit at all.
Okay. Say that, but I actually think it'd be cool to have him as like the Green Goblin.
Yeah, I think I don't think he's the right fit for Norman Osborn.
Yeah.
At all. Yeah. But I see what you're saying about Green Goblin. Like that kind of maniacal version
Yeah.
of him, of Norman going kind of crazy in his own head.
Yeah.
I can see that working, but I don't see him as being Norman Osborn.
Okay. Well, all right. So let's bring it back to the Bullseye, Karen Page, and Matt Murdock scene. Is that another thing that you're going to say that you really liked this episode?
I actually did. Yes.
Yeah.
I did like. I like the outburst that that Karen has over this. I mean, she's clearly struggling with the fact that the guy that killed Foggy, one of her best friends, is sitting there and they're helping him get better.
Yeah.
She her outburst at Matt saying, you're not listening to the people who are there for you and care about you and all that. Like, I thought that was very well written and done.
Yeah.
For the show.
Yeah, actually, like excellently acted too. Like she has one like outburst that's really, you could feel it.
Yes, 100%.
When she's pointing a gun at Bullseye. And that's, we get Matt in a couple of different interactions. There's him with Jessica Jones. What the fuck were they doing, him and Jessica Jones? They were like breaking into some kind of facility.
So these are the guns that were on the ship in the first place that Mr. Charles was trying to get back. So the Kingpin moved into another warehouse and he tracked him down because he left that little watch inside that crate so he can still like hear it or something. And they also have the key card from that guy they kidnapped from the Vigilante Task Force.
Oh, and they kill that guy from the
Vigilante. They do kill that guy at the end, yeah.
Yeah, that was rough, man.
That was pretty rough, yeah. And that was a classic kind of thing where, almost like Andor in a way, where they kill someone on the one side and incite a riot.
Yeah. That riot, that was pretty tense. I actually really like the part where that guy Powell, who kills the other cop, he finds Karen Page at the very end. That's the way the episode ends. And he's got his gun on her, and he's like, "Holy fuck, Karen Page!" I did like that part.
Yeah, I thought he was just gonna shoot her.
Oh, whoa, that would have been fucking crazy.
Yeah, I think it would have been fitting in a way. I do like Karen on the show, but we've discussed before that this Karen is a lot more capable and than the one in the comics. I guess they had a lot more hardships in the comic version. So, I mean, we all know that. Wait, it is Bullseye that kills her, right? No, Bullseye kills Elektra, or is it both?
Bullseye probably killed both. I don't know who killed Karen Page. Yeah.
All right, well, let's say Bullseye. So maybe it has to be Bullseye then. I don't know.
Yeah.
And actually, that would be really fitting too. The fact that Matt saved Bullseye and then Bullseye still kills Karen Page eventually down the road. That would be kind of fitting, I guess.
Yes, but like one thing that's very different from the comics is that like Foggy is still dead. And in the comics, they did make it seem like Foggy died at one point, but then it was like a fake out. He was actually still alive.
Yes. Yeah, I do remember that happened in the comics, but I don't think that's going to be the case here. I think that flashback is what we got is probably going to be it for his involvement in this season.
Yeah. I don't feel like Bullseye will kill Karen Page because the Bullseye in this show, he acts crazy and he's amazing with his abilities, but like he's just not as unhinged as the Bullseye in the comics. As unhinged as he is in this show, the Bullseye in the comics is crazier.
Yeah, I think he's a little bit more straight up evil in the comics.
Right.
I'm not ruling it out. I don't necessarily think that'll happen this season, but I'm not ruling it out that happening in general. I'm very curious to see what this show looks like if Kingpin is taken out of power or arrested again. I don't know. I don't know what they do and how they bring it. Like if they supposedly brought in the other Defender characters for the next season. Yeah. I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah. Well, okay. So let's do a spoiler thing for the comics, because essentially when Kingpin falls from power in the comics after being the mayor, Luke Cage becomes the mayor.
Yes. Yeah. But I feel like if they were going to do that immediately for next season, they would have had to have introduced him in this season already.
Totally agree. I mean, yeah, we could speculate as to what would happen if Kingpin is to fall in this season, but I just want to point out one thing. I feel like there's the possibility that Kingpin could kill Karen Page himself too.
Yeah, that's potential too. Yeah, especially if he's captured. She's captured now, and Fisk in the state that he's kind of in. I do want to talk about that scene that I mentioned earlier. In the hospital room, that the second the guy walked in, I'm like, oh, he's fucking dead.
Right. That was actually pretty horrible. Like the noises the guy made while he killed him.
Yeah. The line he said, I'm like, oh god, there's no way you're making it out of this alive, buddy. Should have seen that in the last episode when he had a line at all,
Right. I keep sort of acting as the spokesperson for social media, but I saw someone post. They were like, he's not the president. He's not like this powerful. He's the mayor of a city. Like for him to just kill a doctor in the middle of the day, and just get away with it, like that's kind of stretching it. Not to mention that, like in that boxing match, he just like destroyed that other guy too.
Yeah. That's a little far-fetched. I mean, I imagine that they were in a wing of a hospital somewhere where there was lower traffic to give him privacy or something like that, because he is a large political figure in the city. But even then, it's like, how the hell are they getting a body out of there?
Right.
How are they going to explain that this doctor is suddenly not there anymore,
Yeah. And then just Buck just goes in there and just does something.
Yeah. Like, it's funny too. It's like, especially after the last episode when they showed Buck and Daniel driving up to Albany or wherever they went to bury that body. It's just funny thinking about just him doing that by himself. Like you'd think there's like a team or something like that would come in and get it done like super fast, but no, it's just one dude. But he's still gonna drag a body out of a freaking hospital,
Right, exactly. Yeah. And I mean, the doctor does work there. People would be looking for him and stuff too. Doctors are pretty busy. But with Buck, I have to bring up the weirdest fucking moment in this episode.
Okay.
Where it's him and the counselor that was dating
Heather.
Yeah. And then like he's having her describe what the fuck was the killer's name?
Muse.
Yeah, and then essentially he's having her like choke him like Muse choked her. And I was just like, what is the purpose of this scene? Like, what does this have to do with anything?
So before we even get to that, so the scene starts with Heather walking into Vanessa's room, or I guess Kingpin and Vanessa's room, and she like steals an earring or something.
Oh yeah, that's weird too. What the fuck?
Really strange. I didn't. Yeah. At first, I thought she's walking in there and she's gonna like, I don't know, be like the new love interest for Fisk. She's gonna try to do that or something. I don't know. Trying to imagine herself in Vanessa's shoes or something. I don't really understand. But yeah, then Buck comes in and did that whole strangle thing to try to get at her. She's clearly been traumatized by that. But I don't understand. I mean, I guess they're trying to couple them together too.
Right, that's what I thought.
But I don't know. I don't know what they're doing with that character anymore. Yeah, it seems like they could have left her behind and it would have been fine,
Exactly. Like, did they kiss or anything at the end of that?
I don't remember.
Yeah, neither do I. But it was such a weird scene. I'm like, what is this? It had nothing to do with like anything else in the whole rest of the episode.
Yeah, it didn't. Yeah. She's definitely. I mean, they're still writing things for her. But I'm just kind of curious as to why. Like she's going to have some important thing to do in the next 3 episodes, I guess. But I don't know what that could be.
Do you think they might try to make her like a Typhoid Mary?
Ooh, that could be interesting. But I mean, she actually had some kind of power in some way. I don't remember. She's not actually she's not a mutant, is she?
Typhoid Mary is 100% mutant. Yes,
she's okay.
Because remember, she's on Krakoa. That's why Fisk is involved with.
Fisk is there. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Maybe, you know what? Maybe that's why I got that vibe that she was trying to, warm up to Fisk in a way and seeing herself in that kind of a role, looking at Vanessa's mirrors because of that whole relationship the Kingpin and Typhoid Mary had in
Right.
the Capone era of X-Men. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe there's something to that. Who knows?
Yeah. It's just really interesting because, like, the Daredevil Born Again comic happens way before I started reading Daredevil comics. And then the stuff that's happening with Fisk as the mayor, that's pretty recent. That's like,
Yeah, that's way after. That has nothing to do with the Born Again storyline.
Right, right. And then, like, the idea of Luke Cage becoming mayor and stuff like that, that's like very modern day Marvel.
Yeah.
And like, if she was to be Typhoid Mary and like get it on with Fisk, that'd be very, very modern Marvel stuff.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't have anybody like cameo as a potential Typhoid Mary somewhere in the Netflix stuff, did they?
I don't think so. No.
I'm gonna have to look that up, I guess.
Yeah. But okay, so what else? I guess we could talk about the whole Staten Island scene.
Okay,
right?
So this is why I liked it. So they set up that that idea of trying to find out if BB is the leak, and by giving the false story. I actually really like that whole thing. So he sets her up. He says he gives her fake information saying, "Oh, Fisk's not going to run for re-election," which also made me think, how many years have gone by on this show so far? Because aren't mayoral terms 4 years?
I mean, at least, yes, yeah.
So I'm like, well, what have I missed here?
Right.
So I love that they set up this fake story. He tells her, gives her the whole spiel about you can't let anybody know about this, blah, blah, blah. I love that she types it in her phone. She runs up to almost to tell her source or something, and she removes it, saying like, "Oh, I'm not going to do this. You know, I feel a connection to this guy, and I don't want to do this," and blah, blah, blah. And that yet the consequences still fall on her because he finds the memory card in her jacket pocket from White Tiger's delivery guy.
Yeah, yeah.
Who's the guy who ends up getting hurt at the riot?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, man, you really pay attention to the details of the show.
Oh, that's what you do when you watch these things sober.
Yeah, so I think, was I high when I watched this one? I don't know. I just kind of like gloss over when I watch this show. It just doesn't capture me.
Yeah, no,
like,
I know. I know what you mean. I think I prioritize watching them. Like I actually finished everything by yesterday morning, which is rare.
Yeah.
Usually I'm scrambling the last second to finish one of these things during the week. But so I watched this, like, I actually paid attention this week to all of the shows. Like I didn't watch while I was doing something in the background.
Yeah.
So
I'm just trying to think what else is worth talking about in this episode. Oh, dude, we didn't fucking talk about Kingpin and Daredevil fighting each other.
Yes, that fight was great. But I also really enjoyed the fight sequence with Daredevil and Jessica Jones in the warehouse. I thought it was a very well choreographed fight. I thought it was cool seeing some kind of superpower stuff. You also tell Jessica Jones her powers are fading in and out.
Yes.
Which they you know, you are assuming that, but not quite. They don't quite flat out say it. But yes, thematically the fight with Kingpin was really great. I love that the white painting was in the background that had the blood on it from that other guy that Vanessa was sort of seeing in the last season.
Yes.
And then, you know, Daredevil's blood's on it now too, and then it gets torn out, and it was really symbolic that was the painting that caused them to meet, and now it's just in this room here, and there's blood on it because of the way Kingpin lives his life, I guess.
Yes, 100%. I mean, that was a great sequence. The Jessica Jones sequence was great as well. I love that trope of a hero's powers fluctuating, or they're losing their powers based on like psychological reasons. Like that, you know, Spider-Man 2 is probably the best example of that. But in this, it's like implying that maybe because she has a daughter, she doesn't have that sort of superhero edge to her anymore. Like it's kind of leaving her.
Yeah.
But then one of the aspects I really liked about the Daredevil fight, the dialogue is really great between and Vincent D'Onofrio, his acting is fantastic in this scene. But I love this one part where he punches a column and like bricks go flying. It's like the Matrix, and it's something you sort of expect from superhero battles. But then he goes, like he hurt his hand, which I actually really like that.
Yeah, anytime that the two of them interact is gold.
Yes,
And
yes,
I
yes,
and I love the intensity that Vincent D'Onofrio fights with in these scenes. Uh,
yes,
I mean Charlie Cox too, but it very much feels like the way I expect Kingpin to be.
yes, yes, yes. Yeah. I mean, the best thing about the show is that they inhabit and love their characters so much that like you feel it whenever they interact with each other. Like they've nailed that particular aspect of Daredevil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
So fun.
the whole dialogue exchange where they're talking about, what it'll take for the other to walk away, and it's like nothing. Like there's nothing that'll make me walk away. Like this is
Right.
going to be an eternal battle that will be forever fought to a standstill.
Right, right. Like Batman and the Joker and stuff. And it's so crazy to think that Kingpin started out as a Spider-Man villain because it just feels so like Daredevil's arch enemy.
Yeah, well, everybody starts out as a Spider-Man villain practically.
That's true. That is true. That is true. What the fuck? I was just gonna make this one point about them too. Oh, like that battle, like they're both in the same room by the end of this episode. Like it doesn't one of them doesn't leave. Like they're still in the same room together when the episode ends.
Yeah, because the last scene we see is with the riot and Karen
Yeah.
Page getting captured. So yeah, they're still in the same scene together.
I have no idea what the fuck's gonna happen next.
Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do in these 3 episodes. I have no idea. I mean, it sounds like they're gonna, Kingpin's not gonna be mayor anymore, but I don't know how. I don't know what they do. I have no idea. Then there's the guns thing, the government. I don't know what their goal is here, and I don't think there's any like big twist they can do. But it seems like they have a lot to pull together in 3 episodes.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe just Matthew Lillard getting the guns back for Oscorp. That might be it. And then, and that psychiatrist becoming Typhoid Mary and setting someone on fire.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. That actually, I think both things would actually make me really excited. But I don't know. I'm a weirdo. Yeah. So, I mean, do you have anything else you want to say about this episode?
No, that's it.
How the fuck did this become the show that we talked about the most out of this week?
Told Daniel, man.
Told Daniel. There you go. James Gandolfini's son. All right. Well, yeah, guys, if you watched our Daredevil episode, which is getting the least views out of these 3 shows, thank you. And, you can definitely subscribe and come back. We'd be very grateful. And, maybe next time me and Brian can get fisted by Wilson Fisk. We'll see you.